Hey guys, it's Armstrong. Today, welcome to the first episode of my brand new career mode series with Arsenal. You guys of course say you want to see this series on my main channel, so I'm going to go and give it a go and bring it on my main channel. So I would appreciate if you guys can go and show the support on the first episode of this series by dropping a thumbs up. I would really actually go and appreciate that. So the reason why I chose Arsenal is because you guys said use your favourite team Hopstar, makes them a lot more realistic, so that's why I went and chose Arsenal. So hopefully you guys will enjoy this. I'm going to be doing it on Legendary, which actually makes it a little bit more difficult. And the reason why I chose Legendary is because I've been playing career mode for a very long time. My first ever career mode was in FIFA 2004, which is the first time career mode was actually installed in a FIFA game. So I'm really experienced. I normally do play in World Class, but I've started playing Legendary a bit more. So we're going to give it a go. And if it does get a bit too difficult, I will just lower the difficulty to World Class. So you guys see here, I got Sanchez, Campbell and Debussy transferred to Arsenal. Now I tried to update the squads as much as I possibly could. So I believe I did all the transfers last week. So any transfers that have happened from since last week, I haven't been able to do, unfortunately. So hopefully that's not too much of a problem. I'll just try to keep the squads as updated as I possibly can. I've also promoted all teams from like the Championship to the Premier League, and also relegated all teams from the Premier League to the Championship. I've done all that kind of stuff, so hopefully that is all good for you guys. I just want to try and keep this career mode as realistic as I possibly can. So the domestic cup objective was to win the cup, which hopefully we'll be able to do. In this career mode, I'm hoping to win the league and hopefully do like win the FA Cup or the League Cup or something like that. And the board do want us to win the league title. And they gave us 25 million to spend and also 200 on the wage budget, which is, you know, it's kind of okay. So I was hoping for a bit more transfer budget. The wage budget I'm perfectly okay with, but I was hoping for a bit more on the transfer budget. My original goal was to actually win the Champions League, but we're getting really close to FIFA 15 now, and I don't think I would have had the time to do it. So we've got a few transfer targets on the screen. And these are all players which have been linked with Arsenal in the past. I am aware that Manolas has actually, I believe, nearly completed his move to Roma. Just when I was recording the footage, he hadn't done, so that's why I wanted to actually put a 2 million bid in for Kostas Manolas. I was planning on getting a centre-back, a CDM, and also a striker, which, you know, that's pretty much what Arsenal need to buy in real life. So basically I went in for Loic Remy, who has been linked with Arsenal in the last few days. I want to put a £5 million bid in for him. You know, never know. You never know what happens in career mode. Sometimes you might be able to get that little bit of a bargain. And I was also deciding between William Carvalho and also Sami Khedira. In the end I went in for Sami Khedira, and I went and tried and gave him a £8 million bid, which, you know, once again I was hoping to try and, you know, maybe get a bargain out of it, which you never know in career mode. However, Real Madrid did actually go and reject our offer for Sami Khedira, as they want £13 million for him. QPR also rejected our offer, and so did Olympiacos. So next thing I went and actually did is put in an improved offer for Kostas Manolas of £5 million to just hope that they go and accept that. And also we went back in for Loic Remy, and I was thinking about offering a player for Loic Remy, however I chose not to. I just actually went and raised the bid to £6 million in the end. And as you guys see in a minute, we also went in and once again for Sami Khedira. And I was thinking, you know what, I'm not going to use Mikel Arteta, he's 30 years old. So I decided to offer them 8 million and Mikel Arteta, as you know, kind of like Khedira's kind of like a swap for swap like for Arteta. So I've got no problem with that. Also got an offer for Giroud, which I just straight rejected. And also for Mesut Ozil, and I'm not planning on actually selling any players in this transfer window. I want to keep all my players in my squad and try and just like challenge. I need a really big squad to challenge for the Premier League, and I do realise that. And Olympiacos do actually go and accept their offer, so I offer Manolas 5 years and a squad rotation player squad role with a 20,000 per week wage, which I kind of hoping he does go and accept. QPR rejects her offer, and Real Madrid once again rejects her offer for Sami Khedira. So I went and offered them 9 million plus Mikel Arteta this time. And also we did of course go back in for Loic Remy, and this time I was once again thinking of offering a player, and I decided to offer them Rosicky. However, I thought, you know what, I want to keep Rosicky at the club, and I decided to offer him Podolski because he's gone down to 77 rated, which is way too low. But once again, QPR are playing hardball. They rejected their offer, so I decided to raise it to £6.5 million. As QPR have indicated, they want 11.5 million. And I'm hoping they do go and accept that. However, Kostas Manolas has accepted the contract, and he is now our first signing of the new season, basically, and obviously the new career mode series. And looking at his stats, he's got decent pace, decent all-round stats. He can also play right back, so I'm really happy with him. Only 75 rated, but for a 22-year-old, that's pretty decent. And once again, you know, Real Madrid come back in, and I decided to offer them 10 million and Mikel Arteta, and we get another offer for David Ospina, which once again I'm rejecting because I'm not willing to sell any players. And finally, QPR do accept our offer for Loic Remy. They finally caved in, and I decided to offer him £50,000 per week, a 5-year contract, and also important first team player squad role. And we do actually go in for William Carvalho, because Real Madrid just don't seem to budge on Khedira. So I decided to offer Sporting Lisbon £5 million, and Loic Remy has accepted our offer. He is now officially an Arsenal player, which I'm really chuffed with. I love his stats, I love his pace, I love his all-round game, and I do actually go for a fine offer for Sami Khedira, just for 12 million. I decided to actually get rid of Arteta, and I just hope to God that they do accept it. Unfortunately, Sporting Lisbon do actually go and reject our offer for William Carvalho, so I decided to offer them 5 million plus Mikel Arteta. And we do get an offer for Jack Wilshere, which once again, I'm not selling any more players, and I decided to reject it. And Real Madrid finally do accept our offer, and Sami Khedira now maybe on the verge of becoming an Arsenal player. So I decided to offer him £110,000 per week and also a 5-year contract, which he declines because he wants a bigger role in the squad, which is fair enough. So I actually upgraded it to a crucial first team player, and so we get an offer for our goalkeeper Wojciech Szczesny, and there was no way in how I was going to sell our first team goalkeeper, and Sami Khedira does accept the offer. He's now officially an Arsenal player, and I really needed to get CDM in. So, you know, looking at his stats right now, hasn't got the best acceleration, but I think he'll do a fantastic job in that CDM position. Can also play centre midfielder as well, and he has also got a few specialities. And also we look at Loic Remy's stats, really fast, good in the air, and great at finishing. Can also play right wing and left wing. He's a speedster, however he is injury prone, but we've also got Giroud on the bench, so I got no real problem with that. We decided to try and offer, you know, the board to try and give us some funds. I don't know why, I was just feeling a little bit cheeky. You never know, we might have been able to get something back. However, they said no pretty much straight away, so that's a bit annoying, but I guess it's fair enough. You know, we haven't really been at the club for too long. And the media are actually saying that they believe we will win the title. They said that Santi Cazorla will be a key player, and that Alex Sanchez will also be a really key player as well. And as I said, I am actually hoping that we do the double. And with the media backing us, you never know. So we're going to our first friendly versus Freiburg, which, as you guys can see, we won 1-0. Mesut Ozil getting the goal in the 58th minute. So that's a good start to my career with Arsenal, our first victory. We also get an offer for Diaby, which I'm just going to stall because I'm not sure really what to do with Diaby. And also come back to us telling that we have to win the league. So they want us to win the league a lot, don't they? So hopefully we'll be able to deliver to them. But we come up against Espanyol and we draw 2-2, which is, you know, it's alright. Loic Remy with 2 goals, which is really good. But I was hoping to win that game, and John Terrell came to us and said to us that he wants us to play. And as you can see here, I'm flickering through, and I've realised I've only got 3 centre-backs in the team, and I was like, this isn't good. And I then realised at this point that I have to go in for another centre-back, and you guys will see him in the minute after this game. I do in fact go and choose that. However, before that, I'm just giving a chance for a few lesser-known players a chance to play against Atletico Madrid in our last pre-season friendly, which we went and won 2-1, which is just absolutely fantastic. And John Terrell says thank you for playing, which is great to see that my player is happy at the club. And we've got our squad report. Squad reports will be shown at the start of every single month, along with the league table. So if you guys are wondering when they'll be shown, it'll be the start of every single month. So there's not really too much of a change. I mean, it's only really the first month. A few players have gone up in attributes, you know, like the acceleration has gone up, it's passing, that sort of thing. Akpon has gone up by 1, which is great to see. Bellerin has also gone up by 1. Miyachi has also gone up to 68. Gibbs to 79. Sanchez to 83. Ozil to 88. So a few players have improved, but a few players have gone down, for example, Arteta and Rosicky. However, as I said, we are in dire need of a centre-back, so I decided to go in for Winston Reid. However, our initial bid is, of course, rejected by West Ham, which is unfortunate. But I decided to up the bid to £2.5 million. And as you guys see, West Ham do actually go and accept that bid. So we're now down to the contract negotiations. So I decided to offer him £25,000 a week, a 5-year contract, and also I decided to make him a squad rotation player. However, he does actually go and reject that contract, unfortunately. So I decided to up the role to important first team player. And that is going to be the end of the episode, guys, unfortunately. As I said, this was just basically a full transfer episode, as we are coming up to the next game in the start of the Premier League. So it'd be great, guys, to just go and drop a like for the first episode. I would appreciate that. And subscribe to Harpstar, because I'm going to be bringing out a lot more career mode in the future. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe to Harpstar, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Yep, see you guys.